that's a fraction of some of the stuff I got about my dad. And you know what is funny is that the day that Joey Swoll called me out was actually my dad's birthday. So he's been gone 2 years now. So I couldn't even tribute my dad on that day. And then 2 weeks later, it was Father's Day in the UK, which I did post that video that you just...
I got a little teary-eyed when you just said that. Like, that makes me so mad.
Yeah, it's typical. But it's probably my dad being like, oh, here we go, Shan, you know, like, deal with this now. And I couldn't even tribute a happy birthday. I think I went to, and I thought, no, because I don't think I can. This is me being vulnerable. And I just think I could have dealt on my dad's birthday with comments from people.
Something really unexpected happened after I posted my video on Joey Swoll being the CEO of bullying. In fact, I expected a lot of hate and backlash, but what I actually got was a lot of support, mostly positive comments, very little negative comments, and a lot of people saying that they were starting to notice the same thing I did, but they weren't quite sure. Now, of course, you can watch the video. I'll post the link down in the info section below. But what I talk about in this video isn't the whole Hulk Hogan apology situation. I think what he's doing here is actually 100 times worse, because what he's doing is he's reposting all of his call-out videos 6 to 8 months later. Now, if you're new to social media or not a content creator, you might not understand why this is such a big deal. So I'll put it to you this way. Imagine your worst possible moment is caught on camera, and Joey Swoll decides to call you out. And rightfully so. A lot of people do need to be called out. The industry, the space has gotten very toxic. So I'm not disagreeing that people need to be called out, all right? But imagine you got called out, and then at that point on, you got harassed. His millions of followers are basically going on every single one of your posts and saying horrible things. They're calling your gym. They're calling your work. They're DMing people who follow you. This is the kind of shit that happens when you get called out by someone like Joey Swoll. Like, your whole life gets flipped upside down, okay? But let's say you've grown from that experience, you've learned from it, things are finally calming down, you're on the road to recovery, and you're a much better person because of the call out. Let's give the best case scenario. But it's 6 to 8 months later, Joey needs to make sure that algorithm is still kicking so he can make money and views and build his brand. And maybe he's also thinking, I don't know, well, I've gained a lot of followers in the last 6 to 8 months. They probably haven't seen this video. I'm just going to repost it for them. So for him, it's boosting his views, his algorithm, and his brand. But for you, this is something that happened to you a year ago. You're in a better place. You're getting to a better spot in your life. You now have to relive all that hate for absolutely no reason, because you already lived it once. I think that is incredibly unfair and diabolical. It's such a bad thing, and it wasn't just one person that I talked about in my video. I went through his social media for like 10 minutes and I found like 7 examples, okay? It's something that he's doing all of the time because he probably thinks no one's going to remember 7 to 8 months from now, so I can just do it and it's fine. But there's another part of this equation that I didn't expect, and it was the people that he called out that absolutely didn't deserve it. People who did nothing wrong, but because he needs views and he needs to hit that algorithm, he cherry picks the information he wants to show and portrays a story to his audience to basically get them riled up so they like and share and comment on his video. And then what happens? The army goes and attacks. And so one of my followers on Instagram reached out to me, and he said this happened to his friend. Her name is Shannon Marie, probably one of the sweetest girls I've ever met in the fitness space. And I think what he did to her is absolutely terrible. I reached out to her, and we actually just got done having a conversation. I'm going to show that video to you guys now. I was so happy that she decided to come on here and tell her story because she didn't deserve what happened to her. I don't want to give too much away. I want you guys to get to know Shannon. Follow her on all her social media. She's really big on Instagram and TikTok. I'll post those links down below so you guys can support her. But the hate that she got like a month ago, and the hate she's still getting now is completely uncalled for. And Joey, you need to do better. And you owe Shannon and a lot of other people that have reached out to me that I'll probably do videos with too, you owe them an apology.
Damn!
All right, everyone, I'm going to introduce you to Shannon Marie, the slam queen, the most diabolical woman. If you see her in your gym, you better run, cancel your membership, find a new gym, like just get out of there as fast as you can because she's going to come over and just break all your shit.
What an intro. I love that.
Shannon, thank you so much for jumping on the channel to have this conversation with me today. I mean, you've been the victim of just some unprecedented hate from Joey Swoll and his army of people just looking for a place to kind of let up their anger out. And on, what was it, July 4th of last month, you became victim to something that, first of all, I think you had no idea even existed.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to get into all of that. But what I would love to do to start off this video is just like learn a little bit more about you and introduce you to the community that only knows you as the Slam Queen.
The Slam Queen. Yeah, I was termed the Slam Queen a month ago. So yeah, hello everyone. I'm Shannon. I'm from the UK. I'm from London. And I have been in fitness for quite a while now. So I've grown up dancing, singing, all of that, and then kind of got more into fitness as I grew older, competed in a few bikini competitions as well over the years. I've personal trained myself, and I also do a lot of singing on the side. So all round, I'm just out there, you know, doing what I love doing. So yes. As brief about me as possible.
I love it. We're two birds of a feather, except I can't dance and I can't sing. Well, it depends how much
everyone
alcohol.
Can sing. It's just how well you can sing, right?
I can sing really good when the music's loud. You know, I can hit all the notes.
In the shower when no one's listening.
Well, I mean, I think, it's great that you have this this well-rounded personality, right? Like typically growing up in the fitness space, a lot of us, we tend to do a lot of other things, and fitness, like the fact that you're singing, the fact that you're dancing, fitness really helps us create routines in our life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and gives us goals to strive for. And I talk about this a lot too. In fitness, you're constantly setting mini goals. And as you grow up and you start to live your life, you learn to accomplish goals no matter how hard they are. And it pours over into all of those things. So
yeah.
For someone like you who is now obviously sharing your passion for fitness online, and making videos, some serious workouts, some silly skit videos, all of a sudden wake up one day and there's like 22 million people that want to go to your gym and cancel your membership and say the most horrible things. And we'll get into that too. But first things first, unfortunately, we need to add a little context to this video. So let's share the video in question that Joey posted about you, just so that the audience can see it. Because there's a few things that I want to talk about in the video that really rubbed me the wrong way. Number one, the cherry picking of information that he decided to relay when he made the video about you, and the overall just rage baiting that he did. He constantly talks about like rage baiting is bad, and that's literally what he did to you.
Yeah,
it's insane. So let me pull the video up really quick. So here it is, right here. Are you ready?
Living the moment again.
You have to relive it.
I get a PTSD.
Well, actually, before we do that, right? So the video says, me wondering why all the machines are broken, right? With a silly face. And then it says, also me here. And you're basically showing some footage from a workout that you had done that day, right?
Yeah.
Me wondering why all the machines are broken. Then post a video disrespecting gym equipment, dropping the weights, as if that's something to brag about. And the look on your face when you do it.
So, first of all, Mr. Joey, I guess, has never slammed a weight in his entire life.
No.
And what bothered me about him talking about your face, I know what I look like in the gym when I'm training and I'm in the zone and I have I look like the meanest douchebag in the entire place.
No.
So like putting you down for your looks, I thought was just totally uncalled for, because we all literally have this face after a heavy set.
Yeah.
The only time it's okay to do this, to drop the weights, is if you're at risk for injury, which obviously she's not. She is blatantly disrespecting the gym equipment, expensive gym equipment, as if the rules don't apply to her. And then she arrogantly responds to somebody saying that she's patiently waiting for the gym to ban her. Well, if you...
And that's one of the cherry pickings we're going to talk about. Like, he cherry picked this one comment of you just being silly and sarcastic.
Yeah.
Like, I will personally reach out to David Lloyd in Cricklewood Lane and help you out with that. Now, I'm not saying they should ban you for this, but they should definitely have a talk with you about respecting the gym equipment and following the rules. You need to do better. Mind your own business.
So, like, the end of that video doesn't really make sense to me, because he's telling you to mind your own business while also being all up in your business.
I know, irony.
Like, straight up attacking you. And, you know, what's also irritating is I went and looked at your original video before I reached out to you to see what happened. By the way, guys, this whole conversation came about because I did my video on Joey, and then I had people starting to reach out to me, and it was a mutual friend of mine and Shannon's, and that's how I kind of found out about this story. And so what ended up happening was, his name was Scott, by the way. He was like, dude, just read the description on her video. And this is where the cherry picking comes from, because Shannon, you literally put in the description, no, but there's really no need to slam the weights, is there? I didn't even realize how much I do it until I watched this workout back. I'll blame the music in my earphones, which is also exceeding the recommendation level. Like,
just sarcasm on sarcasm on sarcasm. It's my middle name, sarcasm, right? So it's just how I would caption it. Like, I was embarrassed myself, hence why I put the video up. I was like, yo, like, after every single exercise, like, did I need to slam the weight that heavy? Really? And I was like, oh, you know, every time we go to a gym and it's something out of order, oh, I wonder why it's out of order. Let's just, you know.
So basically, you made a video about yourself, calling yourself out, and, you know, that obviously you probably not doing it anymore because you realized...
God, if I slam a weight now, I'm like, oh, stop me.
Look at the silent slam queen from now on.
Slam queen, yeah.
But you basically made a video calling yourself out because after rewatching your workout footage, you realized, like, oh my gosh, I'm slamming these weights. I shouldn't be doing that. Yeah. And instead of Joey reading the caption or anything like that, all he saw was an opportunity to get views and money and to build his brand. So to him, oh, I'm going to tear her down and her brand, knowing once I make this video, my army of, you know, millions of followers, and I added up all the numbers. It was probably like 20 to 23 million views across all his social media platforms with all the views that he got. And those people were sent to attack you.
Yeah.
You're calling yourself out in this video. It's parody. And he pretends like you made a video specifically about how badass you are slamming the weights.
Yeah. And then it's just so funny to see everyone make up their stories. Like, people even said, oh, you changed the caption after you saw Joey Swoll called you out. And I'm like, no, like, no, I didn't.
Did they really say that?
Yeah, I have comments somewhere saying, oh, you probably changed the caption as well to make it look like you did this as an
but you can't change the caption in the video, because to me, you're like, I wonder why all the weights are broken, and then also me. Like, it's me. Yeah. It's clearly a joke without even reading the caption. And this is where the cherry picking comes in, and this is where the rage baiting comes in. Because he knew that your video was satire. Yeah. He knew it was satire. But he's like, you know what? I need money and views this week. So guess what, Shannon? You're going under the chopping block so that I can promote my brand.
Yeah, precisely. He did that. I didn't even know who Joey Swoll was before all of this.
Oh my gosh.
So because the UK are ahead of the US, right? I woke up to all of this.
Oh, really?
And yeah, people were commenting saying, oh, she's going to have a nice surprise when she wakes up in the morning, because what time is it in London? It's 7 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up, I saw people started on and off, because I think it was 2 weeks prior I posted that video. So within the 2 weeks, there were more and more views. And I was like, oh, okay, it's got a bit of traction. And then people started commenting Joey Swoll, and I didn't, to be honest, know who he was. And then I woke up this one morning and then, bombarded across all of my socials, all of my accounts, which we can go into as well. But yeah, it was a crazy couple of days. It really was crazy.
I mean, thank goodness it happened to someone like you. And I say that because, you know, given your background and your athleticism and being in sports, you have very thick skin. and you're very positive. I can already tell from the first time we talked. And there's another video I'm going to show of yours with you and your friend working out that I want the audience to see. That like they watched the video of you slamming the weights with Joey, and you come across as like this horrible, terrible person with the like I don't give a shit attitude on my face. And then you watch any other video on your social media, and you're like, I wanted to work out with you and your friend. You know what? Let's show that video now before we jump into some of the dirty comments and things. I want people to see like the real Shannon that Joey decided to not show, because unfortunately, if he showed this Shannon, he wouldn't get any likes and views and money, right? So it's just the way it is. So this video right here, this is Shannon with her friend, training him, putting him through a butt.
Glutes, you don't fuck with.
Why?
Let me just mentally prepare for this, please. Please. Hey, I'm scared, man. Fuck.
Good, be scared. Come on.
Oh, my God. Oh, my days.
Did you feel that in your bum?
You guys always say, oh my days.
God. Honestly, been humbled in this leg. Like, I've been, oh my days.
Come on and wait though.
Whole way.
Let's add a 10 each side.
This is almost making me feel like I need to shit. I swear to God.
Concentrate.
All right. Let me lock in.
Ready?
Not yet, just.
You got
That's
this.
the same weight you were
Go
doing.
up. Oh, good. And again. Come on.
Slightly lighter.
Yes, keep going.
Slightly lighter.
One more. Up. Sick.
Oh.
Fight came up. Is it still warm up, by the way?
His face.
Okay.
You know what? I feel like you're about to take me to a weight that I've never actually even reached before, you know? No matter what happens here, I'm leaving with a PB.
Good. You have
Oh, and I'll post a link to it's kind of long. I'll post a link to the whole video so everybody else can see it.
Yeah.
But literally, you watch any other video on your page, and anyone could see that, you know, you're very kind.
I just don't take myself too seriously. Like, that's just who I am. And that was just what the video that I posted, Joey Swoll reposted, comes across. Like, I'm a clown. Like, I do not take myself seriously. You know, people are too serious nowadays and just don't like a laugh, but I do. So that's fine.
I think you're 100% right. And, you know, I think now is a good time to kind of get into, so like you went to bed and you woke up the next day and it was just like, did all hell break loose?
Well, no, I'll tell you what he did. He posted me on his story first, and then people would have got my Instagram handle from the story. So I did start to get a little bit, maybe 24 hours prior to the main video being on his page. And then 24 hours passed and he posted it on his feed. So that's when I got the brunt of it. So I just thought, oh, okay, he's posted me on his story, whatever, it'll blow over. And then the day after it really kicked off because he put me on his feed. So I can just see that 270,000 likes. It's crazy.
And that's just the likes. Like, you can't see how many views this video has, but with that many likes, I'm sure it's like 10 to 15 million views.
Million,
easy.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting, Shannon? You know what irritates me the most about this post, aside from like what he did to you? I'm personal friends with Lizzie. And her and her husband, Shane, they have their own gym in Miami. They're the sweetest, nicest people you'll ever meet. And you two would get along so well.
Really?
But because of the way he portrayed you in this video, she
Yeah.
might think that you're like a mean, like gym person.
Yeah.
That makes me mad because I know you two would hit it off.
Wow,
like,
crazy.
for sure.
Wow. Interesting. I like how you've mentioned that.
Yeah.
Even some of there's a really famous, well, I say famous, she's Laura Lee, I think she's called. She's a bikini girl. She's been Miss Olympia a few times. And I saw her comment on his post and I was like, oh my God, like I really look up to you. And even you are like, oh, it really frustrates me. Really frustrating.
Well, that's what happens when you cherry pick information and you decide to portray someone in a very specific light. And that's the danger with what he's doing. As you saw in my first video, him reposting people's videos every 6 to 8 months for views and money. You know, imagine your worst moment. And a few people commented like, I don't see the problem with it. And I responded, I'm like, well, what if I capture your worst moment ever and I decide to repost it every year and just toss your life upside down? Even if you've learned from it, even if you've grown from it. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. It needs to definitely be called out because it's not. Some people don't have thick skin like me and other people, and they are going to get affected by it. So
I have some of the comments that I pulled from your page, And there's a lot of comments here. I mean, like, LMAO, you need to check yourself. Everyone is telling you you're a piece of shit person. Guess what? You're a bad person. This was insane. Like, imagine being so uncared for and unloved that you need to think vile behavior to get the attention. Are you trans? Like, I saw a bunch of people saying, "Are you
Yeah,
trans?"
I
My
just
wife
kept
gets.
giving in. I just kept responding like, yeah, I've just completed my, all of this X, Y, Z. I was just giving it people what they wanted.
Sometimes you just need to.
You
That's
have
how
to.
that's how you get over it. But I mean, these are the types of people that Joey is sending your way.
Yeah.
And again,
Yeah.
some of the videos he's made, and I said this, like, deserved it because they were
Yes.
out to ruin someone else's life.
I completely agree. Yeah, like, for people in the background of videos and stuff, and you're purposely filming, changing room, like, yeah, why are you doing stuff like that? When I actually realized who Joey Swoll was after this, and I looked at his profile, I understand where he's coming from. People should be called out for certain things, but he just needs to take a little bit more time to understand the context of the video that he posts.
Well, the problem with the type of content that he's doing, and this is something, it's a very easy trend to fall into, is like, you might start out with, and this is where everyone, like, you're the hero long enough to be the villain, right?
Yeah.
He started out with a mission of, I'm going to call people out who deserve it. And then all of a sudden your brand is calling people out who deserve it. And you need to hit the algorithm. So you're literally just taking any video that's sent your way in order to do that. And that's when you become the villain. And unfortunately, at this point in his career, I think he has become the villain.
Yeah.
I just wanted to pull this out too, so people understand. My wife and I have dealt with stalkers before. We actually had a really serious one that we had to go to court for and everything, right? Problem when, even if you're not doing anything wrong, people will dive into your life to learn as much as they can about you. And this comment really upset me. I'm sure you were very upset, where no one cares about your dead, absent father. Stop slamming. Like, what is your father not being around? Rest in peace, by the way.
Thank you.
But what does your dad not being around have to do with your video that was satire?
Yes. Yeah. I got a lot, like, that's a fraction of some of the stuff I got about my dad. And you know what is funny is that the day that Joey Swoll called me out was actually my dad's birthday. So he's been gone 2 years now. So I couldn't even tribute my dad on that day. And then 2 weeks later, it was Father's Day in the UK, which I did post that video that you
I got a little teary-eyed when you just said that. Like, that makes me so mad.
Yeah, it's typical. But it's probably my dad being like, oh, here we go, Shan, like, deal with this now. I couldn't even tribute a happy birthday. I think I went to, and I thought, no, because I don't think I can. This is me being vulnerable. And I just think I could have dealt on my dad's birthday with comments from people. So I left it 2 weeks. I put that video up on Father's Day because he typically died on Father's Day. And I obviously got comments on that video, and I knew to expect it because it was still so fresh from Joey Swoll. But listen, my dad would want me to be the type of person that would just get upset over this. Like, it's social media. You put stuff on social media, you have to expect a level of hate and people not to understand what you're doing. And I get my thick skin from my dad, and I'm grateful for that. But yeah, some of the comments were absolutely vile. Not even just my dad, but talking about my mom. Like, I hope she breaks her legs. I'm like, what's my mom got to do with this? What?
Yeah, they were calling her
like
a few choice words in some comments that I saw. Absolutely terrible. So not only, Shannon, did you post a funny video of you calling yourself out because you're like, I need to stop doing this, and I posted this video. Not only did you post a video of you calling yourself out, Joey decides to be the white knight, take your video out of context, call you out, send his army of like 20 million followers to go and harass you on the anniversary of your father's death.
Yeah. Obviously, people aren't going to know it's the anniversary of my dad's death, but it is one of those. Oh, God,
but that's the impact
to him, right? Yeah.
And I think that's the point, Shannon, is he doesn't understand what's actually happening. Well, he knows what's happening. He knows his army's going to go attack, right, and call the gym and harass you on your social media. But he is not really taking into consideration what he's doing to people who don't deserve it, and you did not deserve any of this.
No.
And it's been a month. Are you still getting messages and DMs and things like
that? Every day. Even people still tag the gym on the post. And I've had a chat with the gym directly, and funnily enough, they actually understood the humor. So of course I'm not going to get banned for it. It's not a bannable offense. You know, slap on the wrist, don't be careful of what you post. But I'm not that person that purposely goes in the gym and starts slamming weights. But just all of this, just because I slammed a few weights, it's like, wow, you know, there's worse things to happen in the world than slamming a few weights. But yeah, 2 months, it's been about 2 months now. I'm still getting messages and comments every day. So it's just like, I expect it at this point.
You know what's interesting too, Shannon, is I watched your video a couple of times. Like, yeah, you slammed the weights, right? On a scale of like 1 to 10, I'd put that like at a 4. Like, I've told you this on the DMs. I've built several gyms. In fact, I helped build a 65,000 square foot Gold's Gym facility in Methuen, Mass. Answer is Fitness in North Attleboro, Mass. I've worked in a gym since I was 14. I was the general manager. Basically, I can fix everything, build everything in the club. Like, I've done a lot in the fitness industry.
Yeah.
And, you know, the cable slam that you were doing, that was probably the only one where I was like, But also, like, I've been there where it's so light, and when your headphones are on, you think you're bringing it back, like, slow, but it's a little too fast. Like, it wasn't like you were stacking massive amounts of weights.
No.
Like, the dudes in my gym that slam the weights, they're doing lat pull downs with like 3/4 of the rack and just letting it go at the bottom, right? When yours was slammed, you were still like pretty close to the stack.
Yeah.
And then we talked about the shoulder one. I mean, the rubber foot on that shoulder machine is this thick, and you had 10s. Like, it's not like.
And it's funny because people also have the perception when they see, they're like, oh, you're not even lifting that heavy to slam it. And then they'll go into other posts that I've done and they're like, oh, 20 kilo shoulder press each arm. Oh, you didn't even complete a rep that day, but you can clearly see that I am pretty strong. But in that video, like, you're commenting on a shoulder press where it's my last set and I'm doing a burnout. Like, it's the type of set it is. It's a working set. And so what if I'm lifting 10 kilos? But that's not the point of the video. But people just cherry pick. Like you said, they cherry pick. And that's all they go.
100%. They're going to cherry pick to be able to say what they want to say. And they need an outlet for their anger.
Yeah, it says, and this is the thing, it says more about these people that are sat type of warriors, all of that, than it does me as a person. And that's why I don't let it get to me, because I know who I am, you know, and that's the most important thing.
Has anybody else reached out to you that they've had the same thing happen to them because of this?
Yeah, a couple of girls have reached out to me and they've been called out on things, and they asked if I was okay, and then we've had a chat on and off, and it's the same. I saw their videos and I can say honestly they were wrongly called out as well, because it's a similar kind of situation, a bit of satire, a bit of humor, and the same things happen to them. They've had to turn off their comments and go private and whatnot, which is sad to see, but this is the outcome of what happens when Joey does this kind of stuff.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there is some good. You made some new friends.
I've met a few people and really nice people.
We're friends now. Now we're friends.
Exactly. No, it's people used to say, oh, you know, publicity is publicity. I wasn't expecting it to go this far, but I've met a few people in the music industry that I'm now working with quite closely through this.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, like honestly,
so it's not all doom and gloom. There's actually like a little bit of rainbow at the end of this path.
No, there is. You have to see the blessing and everything, right? So even though I got all the hate comments,
Joey's gonna watch this video now and be like, because of me calling her out, now she's made some big industry friends.
Yeah, thanks to me.
Thank you so much, Joey.
Thanks, Joey. I actually do. I appreciate Joey for doing it, because I've connected with some really great people in the industry. So it's not all bad. It's not all doom and gloom, is it?
But I think, Shannon, that's largely because of your personality and your thick skin, right? Because most people cannot handle this kind of attention. And some of the other girls that you said you talked to, they had to turn off. They had to leave social media. So for them, there was no light at the end of the tunnel.
No. And don't get me wrong, me 2 or 3 years ago, if I'd have got this level of hate, I'd have been off. Like, I would have been off of social media, delete the video, everything. I got told to delete the video by the gym. I said no. And this is another thing, I stood up for what I believed in, because I didn't feel that video needed to be taken down. You know, they said put a footnote to say this isn't how you treat equipment. I said no, because I blatantly say already, you don't need to slam weights like that, do you? I'm not going to change what I'm doing to please you or whoever else. I know my intention in that video.
I mean, that's exactly what he did with his apology video and his whole, we won't get into it, but his whole Hulk Hogan situation is, you know, he backed down from what he said originally and then got crucified for it.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, if there's something that I've learned, and I've been in the industry for a while, you know, I'll be 41 this year. I've been working in a gym since I was 14. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of people, especially in YouTube. I've been doing YouTube fitness since 2009. A lot of people rise, a lot of people fall, a lot of people come and go. And at the end of the day, like, you just need to be yourself. You need to be true to your brand. And when you hit a rough patch, you have to overcome it. And that's what we learn, people like yourself and me, being in fitness. Like, we learn how to push through plateaus. We learn how to overcome, you know, challenges, right?
Yeah.
And this is a different kind of challenge because obviously you're being attacked, your dad's being insulted, your livelihood is being flipped upside down. But because of the type of person that you are and how you were raised, you were able to not only overcome that, but come out on the other side a stronger person and make some more friends along the way.
No, of course. Yeah. It's not all bad. And yeah, I've definitely learned from this because, my goodness, if I was to slam a weight again, the first thing I'd be thinking is, Joey, do better. Do better. Gives me PTSD. It really does. Really gives
well,
me
I hope after doing this video that everybody finds you on Instagram and sends nothing but love.
Thank you so much. No, I really.
I'm Shannon Marie. I'll obviously put the links down below so you guys can follow her on. It's just Instagram and TikTok, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, fitness account on TikTok. Yeah. No, thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, no, and honestly, I'm really happy that you decided to take the time, because this is not easy to do, because this can go one of two ways. People can see the real you and, you know, be kind of upset at what Joey did.
Yeah.
Or they can just not care, and this video can actually give them more of an excuse to come and attack you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully you don't get much hate from this, because I feel like a majority of the fitness industry right now don't like me.
Which is wrong, and we need to rectify that. And don't worry about me. I've been attacked in the past.
No, I know. No, it's still not the point.
It's at everything that happens in life. And this is a motto that I live by, Shannon. I always think that things happen for a reason, and the universe is always guiding us down a very particular path. And when something happens that you don't like, that's literally a fork in the road, and the universe is telling you, don't go this way, go that way.
Yeah.
But when you're constantly fighting against the grain, that's usually when things get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
I couldn't agree more. I really am on board with that as well. Yeah.
Well, I thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me today. Is there anything you want to say to everyone watching the video? Any final thoughts you want to give?
Just don't slam weights, guys, because it's just not worth it, is it?
When are the t-shirts coming out? Slam Queen? I think I might need to get one.
I have to start my merch. It's about time.
Yeah.
I said I wanted to start.
When's the book deal?
Now's the time. Slam Queen. But no, thank you for having me on your channel. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Shannon. And I hope that this video gives people a chance to see the lighter side of you, the more fun side of you that you portray in all of your videos, except the one that Joey Swoll decided to cherry pick because he needed views and money.
Absolutely. Cool. Thank you.